Ready, Adrian? Good evening, everyone. Today is March 18th. This is our monthly work session. No, it's our monthly voting meeting this evening. Yes, it is. So I will call our meeting to order, and with that, I will ask for a roll call, please.
We'll note for the record that Councilmember Chmielewski is absent. Councilmember Cerna.
Here.
Councilmember Bria is absent. Councilmember Elam is absent. Councilmember Fry.
Here.
Vice President Kingsley.
Here.
President Sokolowski.
Here.
Mayor Aronson.
Here.
Thank you.
Alrighty. Let's stand and say the Pledge of Allegiance this evening, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. First up on the agenda is announcements. Before we get started with announcements, Brittany, did we receive any public comments following our March 4th meeting or leading up to today's meeting for this agenda? Okay. All right. Hearing no comments, then if you don't mind, I'm going to just take a second to make an announcement for everyone. The St. Patrick's Day Parade on Saturday, March 14th was a huge success. What a wonderful way to celebrate the 20th anniversary of this event in Conshohocken. A huge thank you to the Montgomery County St. Patrick's Day Parade Committee for organizing such a wonderful event. A special thank you to our Public Services Department, our Police Department, our Fire Department, our Fire Police, our Emergency Management Team, Public Affairs Team, and Narberth Ambulance for allowing our borough to host such a fun and festive event in a safe and welcoming environment. If everybody actually saw or was able to tally how many people were in Conshohocken that day, I think one of the things that blew me away was the number of registrants in the 5K. So we had over 700 registrations for the 5K. And then the streets were packed on both sides. There were no empty. So I would say that the event is a huge success, and thanks to all, we had minimal, less than 0.5% of issues that day. So thank you to everyone who planned for that safety and security of that parade. So. All right. Any public comment in our audience this evening related to our agenda? Hearing no public comment, we'll go right into our presentations. First presentation this evening, and only presentation, will be a proclamation number 2026-03, and this proclamation is designating April as Pennsylvania 811 Safe Digging Month. And Mr. Cerna, would you mind going to the podium to read our proclamation, or would you like to read it from your seat?
I would prefer to stay seated.
Okay.
Okay, Proclamation 2026-03, designating April as Pennsylvania 811 Safe Digging Month. Whereas the month of April 2026 recognized as Pennsylvania 811 Safe Digging Month, and the initiative sponsored by Pennsylvania 811, a utility notification information center with 54 years of continuous service to the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. And whereas Pennsylvania 811 received more than 1 million excavation notifications in 2025, over 30,000 construction projects in coordinate PA, and transmitted approximately 6 million notifications to their member facility owners and operators, allowing essential utility and construction crews to provide vital underground services and repair for critical infrastructure to communities throughout Pennsylvania. And whereas when contacting 811 at least 3 business days before digging, a homeowner or contractor is connected to a unique service that notifies the appropriate underground utility operators in the municipality in which the work will be performed. And whereas, by notifying 811 of their intent to dig, the homeowner or contractor is knowingly helping to protect the underground utilities themselves, the work crew, and their neighbors from any unsafe digging practices within their community. And whereas, upon receiving the notification from Pennsylvania 811, the facility owners and operators disperse to the said work site to mark the approximate location of their underground utility lines with flags, paint, or both, to establish an 18-inch tolerance zone of the outside wall or edge of their line or facility. And now, therefore, be it resolved that the Borough of Conshohocken, in support of the Pennsylvania Underground Utility Line Protection Law, PA Act 287 of 1974, as amended, we do hereby proclaim April 2026 as Pennsylvania 811 Safe Digging Month, and encourage all Pennsylvanians to visit Pennsylvania 811 website at pa1call.org for information about digging safely.
Thank you, sir. All right, so what I will need from council this evening is a motion to approve that Proclamation 2026-03, which will designate April as Pennsylvania 811 Safe Digging Month.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anyone opposed? Motion carries. All right, land use matters, public hearings, and ordinances. It does not appear that we have any new business today. Thank you. Moving right into our consent agenda. So the first item on our consent agenda is to approve and adopt the February 4th and February 18th regular meeting minutes. The second item would be to approve the February ending treasurer's report and accounts payable. So first, I'm looking for a motion, if there are no questions, to approve and adopt the February 4th and 18th regular meeting minutes.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anyone opposed? Motion carries. Second motion I'm looking is to approve the February ending treasurer's report and accounts payable in the amount of $992,942.50.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anyone opposed? Motion carries. Moving right into unfinished business. First item is to consider awarding a bid for the community center kitchen renovation project to Deloitte Construction Services, LLC. This bid came in the amount of $42,700. Anyone have any questions related to the bid before we offer a motion? Hearing no questions, do I have a motion to award the bid for the community center kitchen to Deloitte Construction Services, LLC?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anyone opposed? Motion carries. Next item under unfinished business is to consider approving Resolution 2026-02, and this would be approving supplemental appropriation for the purchase of property located at 1105 Fayette Street, and that parcel number is 0500-033-84004. We want to have any discussions related to this resolution or the
Just
information?
for the record, I'm just going to highlight some of the reasoning that our engineer provided Borough Council and Administration in terms of the recommendation to include this parcel in the overall project. So when we were looking at during the design of the new Public Safety Services facility, specifically pertaining to the site layout and the civil engineering work, the borough engineer and our consultants on our team determined that acquiring the adjacent property, which is that 1105 Fayette Street property, would help improve the overall project by improving access to and from the site, improving traffic flow through the site, improving post-construction drainage off of the site, enhancing the overall stormwater management design and function and system, and then reducing overall development costs for the site based off of all those items listed above. So because of all those reasoning and because of the cost savings on the back end, the engineer and our consultants are recommending the purchase of this property as it's tied to the public safety facility construction.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Council, have any questions or clarification you need related to the project or the site?
No.
Okay, so hearing no questions or concerns, do I have a motion to approve Resolution 2026-02, which will approve a supplemental appropriation for the purchase of the property located at 1105 Fayette Street in the amount of $615,000 plus the cost of closing?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anyone opposed? Motion carries. Next item is under new business, and I will be inviting Chief Lennon up to our podium to provide the overview of the promotional and patrol officer civil service testing process.
Good evening. We'd just like to give you an update on our promotional process and our new hire process. On February 4th, 2026, a written examination was conducted by Aspirant Consulting Group for the positions of police sergeant and lieutenant. 6 candidates were tested for the position of sergeant and 1 candidate tested for the position of lieutenant. On February 17th, 2026, 6 candidates participated in the oral examination portion of the promotional process. This process was approved and conducted in line with our civil service rules and regulations, and this promotional result list was approved by our Civil Service Commission. In accordance with that Civil Service Commission approval, I'm recommending Eric Hall be promoted to the position of lieutenant and William Walter be promoted to the position of sergeant.
Any questions related to the promotions of these individuals? Okay, great. Thank you. Thank you for conducting the process. So, Council, I'm looking for a motion to approve the Civil Service Certified Eligibility List for the positions of the Lieutenant and Sergeant and approve the promotions of Eric Hall to the position of Lieutenant and William Walter to the position of Sergeant.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anyone opposed? Motion carries. Congratulations.
Thank you. Also, at the same time, we're conducting a new hire exam. This exam was conducted in conjunction with the Montgomery County Community of Consortium of Communities. This is a number of municipalities in the county that come together to hold a test, and we find that this gets more applicants for our pool that we're able to pick from. So on February 14th, 2026, a written and physical examination was held for the position of probationary patrolman in accordance with the Civil Service regulations and approval. We had 141 applicants applied overall for the test for all of these municipalities. We had 126 actually show up and take the test. We had 40 applicants that applied for the position here in Conshohocken. We had 31 applicants that passed the written and physical examination. We had 23 applicants responded for interviews. We then took the top 9 candidates and they proceeded to the polygraph examination. After that top 9 for the polygraph examination, we had 1 candidate who took a job offer in another municipality. We had 1 candidate who withdrew from the polygraph examination. We had 1 candidate who was disqualified from the polygraph examination, and we had 1 candidate who was disqualified through the background investigation. We then took that list and presented it to our Civil Service Commission, who certified that list. And based on that list, I'm recommending that Michael McGlynn be our candidate for a new officer.
Anyone have any questions related to the process? Chief Lennon, can you just remind me, is this a backfill for the lieutenant and sergeant promotions, or is this a net new FTE?
That's correct. This is to fill that position of sergeant, who will be filling that position for the
So no
lieutenant.
net new FTEs, these are just backfills?
That's correct.
Thank you.
And this is the first time in our history here that we've actually been able to conduct a new hire exam in alignment with that promotional exam.
Great. Any other questions?
Was just curious, because you come to us like each year talking about the consortium, et cetera. What have you seen in terms of change year over year from last couple of years to this year in terms of applicants and those who qualify for our force?
We're finding that it's really hard to find qualified candidates. The number of applicants we get, you can see how we start at 141 and we quickly get down to 9, and then we take into account that we're competing with these other municipalities to try to find one person this time, and it's really hard to do that. So we've really refined our process here with our timing and how we bring these people in and maximize our time to get to the top of the list. But one of the things that we've also found is that we're recommending someone who's still in the police academy, so this person won't start till June. Typically, we would see all of our applicants have already graduated from the police academy, so that's something that we're dealing with now too.
Thank you. Anyone else?
And Chief Leding, can you just confirm that a new patrol officer serves a probationary period upon being employed? Walk through what that looks like.
That's correct. So once that officer is sworn in, they'll have a probationary period of 1 year. During that first 90 days of that probationary period, they'll go through field training. They'll be with a actual field training officer who will then report to a sergeant who has most likely been a field training officer also.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Hearing no other questions, I'm looking for a motion to approve the Civil Service Certified Eligibility List for the position of patrol officer and to approve the conditional offer for the employment for Michael McGlynn for the position of patrol officer.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
And Michael was here on Saturday. He got to experience
Oh,
the
wonderful.
parade, and he got to experience all of our services that we offered during the parade. He was very excited.
That's great. Welcome aboard, Michael. All righty. That rolls us right into council and mayor matters. And we get to celebrate our parade.
I am still catching my breath from the last 2 weeks. It has been busy. But yes, the biggest thing, of course, is we had the parade last Saturday, and by all accounts, it went fantastic. Times Herald put out a story today about the parade and how it's grown, and specifically notes the amount of time and manpower that it takes to make this parade happen every year. So thank you to our full team, and I am already looking forward to next year's parade. Hopefully, the start of a new tradition for the parade. The Conshohocken Running Club had a pre-parade run, and the reporter from 6ABC actually ran with all of us on the trail, which was a lot of fun. So it was great to connect with that big group of people in green, and it sort of kicked off the day the right way and tuckered out the kids just enough so they were not too crazy for the parade. But thank you to Evan for keeping that group organized and active and doing great things for the community. And we had the Philly Spin-In 2 weekends ago. Our Conshohocken team raised $5,000. We had about 25 people on the team. The event this year raised $1.3 million, and the event total has raised $8.5 million for the CHOP Cardiac Center. So it's been a big success. You may actually see Thomas hobbling around with a little boot. He got injured at a CHOP event, so he's got a little boot for a few weeks, but he is doing great. A big thank you to everyone who supported us, either by buying shirts or donating or joining the team. We really appreciate it. I think that's it. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Ralph, anything to tell you?
Nothing.
Kathleen?
Oh, I do want to thank Ralph for getting candy for the parade, though.
Ralph, you're awesome. Thank you.
That was a group effort.
Thank you
I don't want to
for
take all
pushing
credit
that
for
initiative forward.
Always take credit.
Adrian?
Nothing.
All right, and I don't have anything for this evening either. What's our next activity in Conshohocken?
Greenfest is
Greenfest.
coming up in April. So the EAC is putting on Greenfest each year, which they hold booths that are family friendly, and they teach you ways that you can reduce, reuse, recycle, or conserve energy at home, or ways that you can implement even solar at your home.
Great. So come on out to Greenfest.
Saturday the 18th, April 18th.
Saturday, April 18th. And we're kicking off to a busy upcoming season, so any public comment related to anything? Hearing no public comment, did anything come in, Brittany? All right, well then I will say our meeting is adjourned this evening in 21 minutes.